Martin Memorial Stadium, located on the campus of Northeast High School, for this afternoon's Public League Championship game between the undefeated Eagles of Washington High and the once-beaten Cougars of King High School. Today's game featuring two teams who have never won the Public League High School Football Championship. And now for the introduction of the lineups of the two teams. coach of the Martin Luther King High School Cougars is Bob Ferber. Over on the Washington sideline, the head coach of the Washington Eagles is Ron Cohen. The coin toss has been held. Martin Luther King will be kicking off from our right to our left. Washington High will receive. Deep for Washington will be number 34, Dennis Rivers, and number 32, Terrell Jones. Kicking off for Martin Luther King, number 54, Troy Gaines. We're about to be underway. The Public League Football Championship game. Martin Luther King to our right in the gold shirts. Washington, the home team, to our left in the blue jerseys. Underway. The kick is short. Taken by number 42, Ray Barnhard. Returns the ball to about the 35-yard line, where Washington will have it first down and 10 yards to go. Ray Savage at quarterback for Martin Luther King. That was Byron Smith on the tackle for the Cougars. There's a flag on the play, the handoff to Pettis, but there'll be no play. Penalty before the ball was snapped. We'll wait to see the official's decision. Dead ball foul, offside, King. That'll make it 1st and 5 for Washington at their own 40-yard line. Washington shuttling plays into the game. Dennis Rivers, number 34, in with the play. Malik Pettis is the deep back behind the quarterback once again. Savage keeping, rolling to his left. First down, and he's driven out of bounds. Tackled by number 81, Jermaine Robinson of King, but it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Washington Eagles at about their own 49-yard line. That was Savage on the keeper. Ball is being spotted perhaps a little closer to the 48. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. For 41, Mike Fritz bringing the play in for the Washington Eagles. Still in their tight formation with 2 receivers out to the left. Give up the middle. Fritz across and breaks it for about 10 yards, and we'll see whether officials spot the ball. Tackled by number 66, Corey Frazier. Gain will be officially about 8 yards, and we'll have a 2nd down and 2. Washington has the ball in King territory at about the 43-yard line. Just underway. 10:20 to go in the first quarter. There's the give, first down and more. Down to about the 30-yard line goes number 33, Brian White, brought down by number 74, Eric Robinson. First down, ball is on the 30-yard line. Brian White carried that ball down to the 30-yard line of King, and Washington has a 1st and 10. Drive started at their own 35-yard line. Terrell Jones split wide right. And there's a flag on the play. Dead ball foul. Let's wait to see the officials call. It looks as though King jumped, but we'll take a look. Offside King is the call. And Washington will move the ball to the 25-yard line of King, where it'll be first down and 5 yards to go. Washington shuttling 2 new backs back into the game. Pettis and Rivers returning with the play. King's defensive captain, Wallace Mitchell, calling their signals on the other side of the line. Savage up over the ball. Tully split right. It'll be a sweep with Pettis. Pettis has the first down and more. Brought down by Martin Luther King's number 2, David Hughes. It'll be a first down, Washington, at about the 17-yard line of Martin Luther King High School. First and 10. Just a basic sweep to the right. And now we have a stoppage of play. The officials call timeout, Martin Luther King. That'll be the first of their 3 timeouts. Time is about to be back in. Washington High with a first and 10. The Martin Luther King 17-yard line. Savage out over the ball. Brian White is the deep set. The give is to White. Cuts inside. Not much going. Brought down in there by number 53, Wallace Mitchell, after a gain of about 2. Washington will have it 2nd and 8 at the King 15-yard line. Down to 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Washington had the ball now for the first 3 minutes of play in this ball game. Lou Rawls flanked wide to the left. Malik Pettis the deep set, and we have a jumping offside, it would appear, on Martin Luther King. We'll wait for the official's decision. Dead ball foul offside King. We'll move the ball down to the 10-yard line, and we'll have a 2nd down and 3. Second and 3 for the Eagles. Malik Pettis still the deep set. The give is to the first back up. Close to the first down goes Dennis Rivers. No, he'll be short. Stopped by a host of Martin Luther King Cougars. It will be 3rd down and about 2 yards to go. Michael Fritz bringing the play in for Washington. A big play early in the ball game. Wide to the right, Doug Tully. Malik Pettis the deep set. To give to Pettis. Off tackle, he will not make it. He comes with no gain. It'll be 4th down for Washington. Big tackle in there by Corey Frazier of the King Cougars, and Washington will have 4th and still about 2 yards to go. The ball just inside the King 10-yard line. Doug Tully split wide to the right. Savage will give to the first back in there, and it's going to be close. It looks as though he's made it. Dennis Rivers carrying off left tackle, stacked up by a host of King players. It's going to be close. Referee's timeout. Perhaps a measurement. From here now, it looks as though he may be just a little bit short. And it is. The ball will go over to Martin Luther King on downs. He comes up short by about a foot. King will have it 1st and 10 on about their own 7.5-yard line. We have 7:10 to go in the first quarter. And now we'll get to see Martin Luther King's outstanding back, Jimmy Harris, in action. Number 22. Shannon Major, number 1, brings the ball out over the center, gives to Harris. Off the right side, not a whole lot going there. Tackled in there by, looks like Terrell Jones and Doug Tully on the tackle. Gain of about 2. We'll have 2nd down and 8 for King. Shannon Major up over the ball. Rolling out. Going to carry it. And he's nailed at about the 12-yard line. That's Ray McGettigan in on the hit for Washington. And we'll have 3rd down and about 5 to go for King. The ball on about the 14-yard line. Big play for the Cougars, wanting to get the ball out of the shadow of their own goal line. Harris is the deep set. Now they shift. The give. 1st down Cougars. Number 32, Maurice Williams on the carry. Out to about the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Martin Luther King. Finally brought down by Ray Savage. Shannon Major out over the ball. The give to Harris around the right side. Brought down for about no gain on the play. Phil Simmons and on the tackle for Washington, along with other Washington Eagles. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Ball on the 25. Under 5 minutes to go now in the first period. Still no score. Give to the first back through for a couple of yards. That looked like Maurice Williams. Hit by a host of Eagles right there in the center of the line. Pickup of about 2. Ray McGettigan led the charge that time on defense. It'll be 3rd and 8. The ball on King's own 27-yard line. Big play last time. The ball was faked to Harris and given to Maurice Williams. See what King has in mind this time. Harris off the right side. He'll come up short at about the 30-yard line. Brought down by Terrell Jones. 4th down and 5. The ball at the 30, and King will be forced into a punting situation. Number 42, Ray Barnhart, is deep for Washington to receive the punt. Clock is stopped for an equipment. Punter's helmet seems to have come loose, his strap, and now that's being repaired. Good snap. Ball's away. A beautiful punt. Very deep. Barnhart cannot field it. And the ball will roll all the way down to the Washington High School 20-yard line. A punt of about 50 yards with no return. Big kick by the Washington Cougars. First down for Washington High School at their own 20-yard line. And the great field position they enjoyed a minute ago has now disappeared on that tremendous 50-yard punt. Savage out over the ball for Washington. Give to Fritz. Through the middle for about 3 yards. Tackled by several Cougars in there, including number 63, Byron Smith. They'll spot the ball, gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Still no score. Down to 2:15 to go in the first period. New quarterback in the game for Washington High School. Barnhart back to throw. Throwing deep, complete to Doug Tully. Tully is up to close to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st down for Washington, brought down by Shannon Major. King quarterback on offense, making the hit on defense. Throw from Barnhart to Tully. Good for about 15 yards and a 1st down for Washington. Savage back in the ball game for Washington now, starting quarterback. They give around the right side to Fritz, and Fritz is brought down after about 4-yard gain. Number 2, David Hughes, in on the tackle for Martin Luther King. Second and 5 for Washington. The ball close to their own 45-yard line. Give to Rivers around the right side, and he'll come up a little bit short of the 1st down. Hit in there by number 63, Byron Smith. And also a couple of other King Cougars blotted out from us on the sideline here. Rivers comes up about a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1 right near midfield at about the 48-yard line. Washington's own 48. Washington continuing to shuttle backs in and out. Pettis and Fritz now back into the ball game. Pettis, the first man through, will pick up the 1st down to midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 for Washington High on what could be the final play of the first quarter, depending how quickly this next play is gotten off. It looks like there will be time for one last play. Down to 10 seconds on the clock. Give it a 2nd man through. Fritz around the right side. Gains about 8 yards down to the King 42. Brought down by David Hughes, and that will end the first period. Here at Northeast High School, at the end of a period, Washington and Martin Luther King, no score. Back to the action as we begin the second period. Washington has the ball, 2nd down and about 3 yards to go. The give to Rivers over the right side, and he will pick up the 1st down for Washington, brought down by Corey Frazier. First and 10, Washington at the King 37-yard line. New quarterback into the game for Washington. Barnhart is in. Savage is out. Split wide left. Terrell Jones. He's going to throw it. And the pass is knocked down, incomplete. There's a flag on the play, but I don't know what it is. Barnhart tried to throw the ball. His arm was hit as he threw it. Incomplete. And I think they're calling intentional grounding. The Washington coaching staff in a little bit of disbelief down there. As he's trying to release the ball, his arm was hit. And that's what they call it, intentional grounding. It'll be a 5-yard penalty from the point at which he tried to throw the ball. It'll move the ball way back. 15-yard loss all told. 2nd down and 25 for the Eagles. Barnhart comes out of the game. Savage back in at quarterback. Give to the second man through. Fine run by Terrell Jones. Picks up the yardage that was just lost on the last play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 for Washington. And Shannon Major and James Williams in on the tackle to save even a bigger gain, and actually picks up about 17. It'll be 3rd and 8. The ball at the King 35-yard line. 3rd down and 8. Doug Tully split wide to the right for Washington. Sweep right, Brian White. And he slips and falls down at about the King 33-yard line. Byron Smith was in there on defense. White lost his footing and just came down. It'll be 4th down for Washington. And a long 5, about 5.5 yards to go for a 1st down. Looks as though Washington will go for it. 4 down territory, close to the King 30-yard line. 10.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, still no score. Brian White is the deep back for Washington. It'll go to White off right tackle, and he'll come up way, way short. Gain of only about 3, missed it by about 4 yards, and King will take over at their own 30-yard line. First and 10, Martin Luther King. Ball on their own 30-yard line, where Shannon Major will direct the King offense with 10:18 to go. Here in period number 1, no score. Jimmy Harris is the deep back in the set for King. Give will go to Harris. Nothing going. Off the left side, pickup of about a yard. McGettigan and several other Washington Eagles in on the tackle. Maurice Williams now set directly behind the quarterback. Tight formation. The give is to Williams up the middle. Gain of about another yard. Tackled again by several Washington defenders. Third down for King. About 8 yards to go at their own 32-yard line. A give to Harris around the left side. Not much doing. Maybe another yard. And it'll bring up a 4th down. Last time, King got off a tremendous 50-yard punt with no return. Corey Frazier, the King punter, did such a great job last time. Back deep again for the Cougars. Good snap. Not as long this time. Short kick. Only travels about 10 yards. And Washington will keep the ball in King territory at the King 45-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Just 8:14 to go in the first half. Still no score. Ray Savage back in at quarterback again for Washington. Fritz split wide to the left. He's back to throw. And he has his receiver. The official says it's complete to Doug Tully, who makes a diving grab for a gain of about 8 yards. First pass in the game thrown by Savage. Other passes by Washington not thrown by him. It'll be 2nd and about 3 to go. Doug Tully with a real nice diving catch on that pass. Savage gives it a second man through. And he is breaking it. There it goes. Touchdown. Terrell Jones broke it off the left side, takes it all the way. There are no penalties on the play. It'll be a touchdown for Washington High. Tremendous run by Terrell Jones. A 40-yard run for the touchdown. And now Mark Truman on to try the extra point. Kick is up. And good. And with 7 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the first half. George Washington 7, Martin Luther King 0. Mark Truman set the kickoff for Washington. Check that. Mark will not kick off. The kick is short. Taken around the right side. Plenty of running room. Big run back by Maurice Williams, carrying the ball back for Martin Luther King out to midfield. Return by Williams all the way out to midfield. First down and 10 for Martin Luther King in outstanding field position. Harrison Williams, the setbacks once again. Shannon Major and the King right tackle jumped on the set count. That'll be a dead ball foul, illegal procedure against Martin Luther King. It'll be 1st and 15 at their own 45. So it's 1st and 15 for King at their own 45-yard line. Harris now the deep set 8 yards deep behind the quarterback, and Major will go to the air. Nope, Pat Whittle wraps him up. Number 76, Pat Whittle on the sack, and it's a loss of about 10 yards. So King now with second down and about 23 yards to go for the first down. Shannon Major out over the ball. Back to pass. Throwing out to the sideline. Incomplete. Intended out there for David Hughes. And King will have a third down and long yardage. About 28 yards to go. They have to go to the Washington 40-yard line to get a first down. The ball at their own 37. See if Major puts it up in the air, or they go to their great running back, Jimmy Harris. Major throwing out on the sideline. Incomplete. 31, Marcel Thomas on the coverage for Washington. Went through the hands of Maurice Williams. And King will have to punt. Once again, back is Corey Frazier to kick. Barnhart is deep for Washington. He fumbles the snap. And the kick gets away. Not too bad. Get a few yards out of it. It crosses midfield. And King will touch it down at about the Washington 47-yard line. A very, very fine job there by Corey Frazier of keeping the ball and getting it away. And Washington will put the ball in play. First down on their own 47. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Ray Savage out over the ball for Washington. Toss to Malik Pettis around the left side. And Pettis will drive close to a first down. Washington running the ball very well to the left at the moment. And the officials will call a timeout, I believe, for a measurement. We have 5:16 to go in the first half. Washington 7, King 0. And we will see if it's a first down for Washington. The ball on about the 43-yard line of King. And first down. So give Pettis 10 yards on the carry. I believe he stayed in bounds, so the clock will move once the ball is set. Brian White, the deep back now. Washington using a host of different backs. The toss is to White around the left side. And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 8. Wallace Mitchell on the tackle. White takes it down to about the 35-yard line. We'll have second down and 2. Brian stayed in bounds, so the clock continues to run. Down to 4:40 to go in the half. Pettis and Fritz, the new backfield in for Washington. It'll be Pettis. Not going very far. Number 83, Corey Jackson, was the first in there to hit him. Joined by 3 or 4 more King tacklers, including punter Corey Frazier. Also on that hit was Byron Smith. Good stop by the King defense for no gain. It'll remain 3rd and 2. Washington at the King 35. White and Rivers in the backfield now for Washington. It'll be Rivers for the first down and more. Brought down in there by Sean Jones. Rivers carries for a first down to the 30-yard line. Also Wallace Mitchell in on the hit. 1st and 10 for Washington. Ball at about the 29-yard line of Martin Luther King. Down to 3:35 and counting in the first half. Split wide to the left. Lou Rawls. The give to the second back. Nowhere this time. That's Terrell Jones. Being brought down by Jermaine Robinson. Good hit, no gain. 2nd and 10. Three minutes to go in the first half. First back through, Dennis Rivers. Tackled by Wallace Mitchell and Corey Frazier. Rivers only for a gain of about 2. 3rd and 8. Washington again in 4-down territory at the King 27-yard line. Fritz and Pettis, the new backfield for Washington. blitz comes out. Barnhart back to pass. Looking deep. Tully with the grab. It'll be a first down for Washington. Excellent hit by James Williams to bring down Tully, not let him go any further. Well thrown ball from Barnhart. Good catch by Tully. Good hit by Williams. It'll be a first down for Washington on the 14-yard line. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. We'll get that before another play is off. We'll have 2 minutes to go in the first half. King still has 2 timeouts remaining. Washington, all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And with 2 minutes to go in the half, it's Washington 7, King 0. Time is about to be back in. Washington will go with Jones and Pettis in the backfield. Savage at quarterback. Second man through. Jones carries down close to the 5-yard line. Junior Terrell Jones brought down by James Williams. He'll be about a yard short, make that about 2 yards short of the first down. And there's a stoppage of play for an equipment repair. Jones still having trouble with that spike, gets it fixed, and the clock will go back into motion. 1:40 to go in the half. Washington with all 3 timeouts remaining, not going to use them yet at this point. Second and about 2 to go. Long 2. The give to the second runner around the left end, and he is in there. Terrell Jones in for the touchdown. Big day for the young junior, picking up his second touchdown carry of the day. And Mark Truman in for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. With 1:22 to go in the first half. Washington High School 14, Martin Luther King 0. So Washington High is set to kick off now. Number 9, Jeff Strunk will kick off. Jeff kicked last time. I didn't have his number on the program. Recent addition to Washington's lineup. Jeff kicking off for the second time. Harris is deep. Kick goes short. And it will go out of bounds. The flag is thrown, indicating a 5-yard penalty. And Washington will tee it up and kick it over again from their own 35-yard line. Maurice Williams had to decide whether to pick that ball up or see if it would go out of bounds. He wisely let it go. It did go out of bounds, and now Washington will kick again. Very difficult to kick off in the middle of the field there. Very soft turf, and Strunk's having a lot of trouble with his footing. And only taking a few steps, so he won't lose his footing altogether coming up. So we'll try it again. 1:22 to go in the first half. Strunk kicking. Harris is beat for the King Cougars. Good kick this time. Ball's going very deep and into the end zone. Outstanding kickoff by Jeff Strunk. Harris wisely leaves it go, and King will take the ball over at their own 20-yard line. Clock did not move, of course, since the ball wasn't touched, so there's still 1:22 to go in the half here in the 1989 Public League Championship football game. quarterback Shannon Major leads the Cougars out of the huddle. We have Doug Lloyd flanked wide to the right for King. Major's back and Lloyd's breaking deep down the field, but Pat Whittle is there to bring him down. His second sack of the ball game. And Whittle's tackle puts the ball back at about the 14-yard line. It'll be second down and 16 to go for King. We're under a minute to go. King not using either of its 2 timeouts. If King is stopped on this play, you may see Washington use the first one of its 3 timeouts. Major over the ball, down to 40 seconds and counting. Harris off left tackle, nowhere. There's a flag on the play, so the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the half. Terry Dillon in on the tackle. And we have a penalty against King, more than likely will be declined by Washington. Ron Cohen giving the signal to decline it. Illegal procedure in the backfield. It will remain third down. Washington not calling timeout. They'll let the clock run. Down to 32 seconds. Third and 13 for King. 25 seconds. Major calling the signals. He'll give to the first man through. Going nowhere is Maurice Williams, tackled by many Washington Eagles, and now the Eagles will use the first of their 3 timeouts. 12 seconds to go in the half. And King will have to punt from their own goal line. This will be a big punt coming up for Corey Frazier. Washington only sending 1 man back, Ray Barnhart. And we'll see if they come. Try for the block. We have just 12 seconds remaining. Just 12 seconds remaining here in the first half. 14-0 Washington. 4th down, 15 yards to go for King. Ball on their own 15-yard line, and of course they'll be punting. It's a short drop back, just 10 yards. So he'll be on his own 5-yard line. It gets the kick away, and it is down at the 30-yard line by Dennis Rivers. So Washington will have time for one last play here in the half, and it looks like they're going to try a field goal. Looks like a... Now they're saying the ball's on the 30-yard line. Washington has called timeout. There's just 5 seconds to go in the half. And Mark Truman has come into the game to try a field goal. He'll be trying from the 37-yard line. That would make it a 47-yard attempt. King will, of course, try to block it. Kick is way short, and that will end the first half. And at the end of the first half, Washington High School 14, Martin Luther King 0. are at halftime of the Public League Championship game. While we watch George Washington High School's marching band in the background, some of the first half statistics. Carrying the ball for Washington was Ray Savage, 1 time for 8 yards. Also, Malik Pettis had 5 carries for 20 yards. Terrell Jones, 6 carries for 69 yards, including 2 touchdown runs, 1 of 38 yards and 1 of 6. Dennis Rivers had 6 carries for 20 yards. Also, Brian White carried the ball 5 times for 27 yards, and Michael Fritz 4 times for 25 yards. Washington gained 169 yards on the ground in the first half. They also gathered 35 yards in the air, 3 passes being completed to split end Doug Tully for 35 yards, giving Washington 204 yards of total offense in the first half. In the meantime, Martin Luther King's offensive production in the first half was only a total of 7 yards. Running the ball 5 times for 10 yards was Jimmy Harris. Also carrying 5 times for a net of 9 was Maurice Williams. And quarterback Shannon Major carried for a negative 12 yards in the first half. In the second period, King was limited to minus 10 yards of total offense. The defense spearheaded by Pat Whittle, as the Washington Eagles defense continued to be the big story for their team this year. Their starting defense this year has allowed only 2 touchdowns all season long, both of those coming against Mastbaum in the semifinal game. Once again, our halftime score as we close out the halftime festivities: Washington 14, King nothing. Captain's coming to the center of the field. King kicked off to start the game. We'll have to assume that Washington will be kicking to start the second half. They're indicating that they will defend the goal to the right. King will receive from our left with a chance to get back into the ball game. So far, the key to the ball game for Washington has been limiting the fine Martin Luther King running game. As we indicated, a pair of great backs, Harris and Williams, limited to just 19 yards rushing in the first half, but they can break loose at any time. Jeff Strunk will tee the ball up for Washington and kick with the ever-dangerous Harris deep for King. As we mentioned at the beginning of the game, neither school has ever won a public league football championship. So one school will win its first one, and we get ready to start the second half with that in mind. Kicked by Strunk. Fielded by Williams, hit and dropped at about the 23-yard line. Marcel Thomas brings him down. Nice open field tackle. And King will start 1st and 10 at their own 23. Williams, the up back. Harris set deep in the I formation. The give is to Harris, off left tackle. He breaks it for about an 8-yard gain. Good hold there on the left side for Harris. He'll pick up 8 out to about the 31, where King will have 2nd down and 2. And King, who gained 7 yards total offense in the first half, has 8 yards on their first play here in the second half. That was Marcel Thomas bringing down Harris. This time Williams set behind the quarterback. Major takes the snap, gives to Williams, and he'll fall short of the first down. That time brought down by Lou Rawls. Pat Whittle in on the play, and it will remain 2 yards to go for the first down. Third down for Martin Luther King. Ball at their 31, and Harris is the deep back once again. Washington will be looking for the ball to go to Jimmy Harris. And it does fumble. It appears as though Washington recovered it, and they did. Number 85, Doug Tully, on the recovery. Not caused by a hit, just a bad exchange between Major and Harris. And Washington will have the ball. Major Harris, quite a name in football this year in the college ranks. But here it's a pair of last names. So Washington will start at their own 32-yard line. First and 10. Savage on the keeper to the right. Not going anywhere. Savage with some good ball handling, but did not fool Corey Frazier at all. Outstanding defensive play by Corey Frazier to drop Savage for a loss of about 4 on the play. 2nd and 14 for Washington. Tully split wide to the left. Give to Brian White off right tackle. Not much doing. Stacked up by several King Cougars. And Washington will be facing a third and about 12 or 13 yards to go for the first down. The ball at the King 35-yard line. 3rd and 13. 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tully again split wide left. Caught 3 balls in the first half. Barnhart in. Throws to Tully, complete, but he'll come up way short of the first down. About 5 yards short. Barnhart to Tully. Make that about 4 yards short. It'll be 4th down, but Washington in 4-down territory will go for it. Barnhart stays in the game. Jamie Patel for the first time in the backfield for Washington. 4th and 4. Barnhart remains a quarterback. Tully split wide to the left. Barnhart will throw. Ball batted down. Trying to go for Joe Tassone. Ball knocked down in the middle of the line. Corey Frazier with another big play for the King Cougars. And Martin Luther King will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 25. .806 remaining to be played here in the third period. King going with their fine set of backs, Williams and Harris. The give is to Williams around the right side, picking up big yardage. About 9 yards, brought down by number 55, Todd Dawson. Gain of 9, it'll be 2nd and 1. Major brings the offense out over the ball. Backs in a tight formation. Harris set slightly deeper than Williams. It'll go to second back Harris around the right side, close to the first down. Brought down by Terry Dillon, Pat Whittle, and Ray Savage. I believe we'll have a measurement. No, we will not. First down. Unofficially, we show that as King's second first down in the ball game. They begin to move the ball better. 1st and 10, King at their own 37-yard line. Okay, hidden from our view on that was number 31, Marcel Thomas of Washington High, injured on the play, taken off the field to the bench. Marcel injured on the play. King roll out to the right. Quarterback Shannon Major is brought down. Number 85, Doug Tully, drops him for the loss of about 5 yards. Good faking, but the bootleg to the left did not work. It'll be 2nd and 15 for King. Ball back on the 32-yard line. .6:35 to go here in the third period. Major gives to Harris off the left side. Good yardage, about 7 yards on the play. Brought down, Michael Fritz in on the tackle. Also Ray McGettigan. A couple other Washington Eagles. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 8. The ball at about the 39-yard line. Now we'll see if Major will go to the air. Nope, it's Harris off the left side. Stopped by a host of Eagles. He'll come up short of the first down. And King more than likely will be forced to punt. They are bringing in the punting unit. 4th and about 5. Ray Barnhart deep for Washington. Corey Frazier on to punt. Good snap, low kick. Washington stays away from it. King will let it roll and knock it dead at about the 38-yard line, where Washington will take over. 1st and 10, 5:03 remaining in the third period. Penalty on the play, dead ball foul. Somebody jumped. I think it's on Washington. Offside Washington, 5-yard penalty will set the ball back to about the 33, where it will be 1st and 15. Split wide to the left. White and Pettis to setbacks. Second back through. Not Brian White. That was Terrell Jones carrying the ball. Gain of about 7. Brought down by James Williams on the hit for King. That'll make it 2nd and about 8. The ball out at the 40-yard line. Now Brian White into the game. Had the wrong guy in there. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Savage to the second man through. White. Driven out of bounds. Past midfield for a Washington first down. James Williams on the hit. And we'll move the sticks. First down, Washington. Put the ball down at the King 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Pettis and Fritz, the setbacks. It'll be Fritz through the middle for a couple. At the bottom of the pile, number 50, Sean Jones, grabbing Fritz by the legs and bringing him down. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. Brian White brings in the play. Tight formation for Washington. Fritz off the right side. Big yardage. 1st down, Washington. New formation that time. James Williams with a saving tackle. Good defensive play by Williams. Washington will have a 1st down at the King 32. Malik Pettis off the left side, not much doing. Number 81, Jermaine Robinson, and several other King Cougars, including Wallace Mitchell, in there to stop Pettis after a short gain of about 2. 2nd and 8, Washington at the King 31. Sweep to the left with Brian White going nowhere. Number 43, Steve Brady. Excellent defensive play, broke through and brought him down for a loss. Ball back to about the 35-yard line. 3rd and about 12 yards to go for a 1st down. Ray Savage stays in the game. Barnhart not back in at quarterback. Savage will throw. Screen pass coming up. Pettis all alone. A lot of blocking downfield. Pettis will go for the 1st down. The screen all the way. Nobody on Pettis. And he carries for the 1st down. Ball will be at the Martin Luther King 17-yard line. Looked like James Williams making the big tackle once again for King. We're down to 1 minute to go in the 3rd period. Washington driving again. Ball at about the 17-yard line of King. Give to Brian White off the right side for a couple. Whole bunch of King players in there, including Wallace Mitchell once again, playing an outstanding game in the middle of that defense for King. Also Sean Jones in on the tackle. 2nd and maybe a long 8 for Washington. White and Jones, the setbacks. It'll be back to pass. Savage looking, throwing, incomplete. Intended for Jim Patali. Ball was thrown well out of bounds, but not a bad play by Savage. Man was covered. It'll remain 3rd down. David Hughes on the coverage did a real nice job for King. Down Washington. Savage back to pass. Throwing short, White is open to the 5, to the 2. First and goal. Tully went deep. White circled in underneath. Savage hit him right on the numbers. And White knocked out of bounds again. James Williams saved the touchdown. But Washington has first and goal at about the 2. And Malik Pettis into the game. Power running senior. It is Pettis, and he's in. On the last play of the third quarter, Malik Pettis carries it over, and it's Washington 20, King nothing. Mark Truman on for the extra point. It is good. As the third quarter comes to a close, Washington High School 21, Martin Luther King 0. Ready to start the fourth quarter. Strunk kicking for Washington from the left to the right. Ball takes a bounce. Picked up by Williams. Carries it back out over the 30-yard line. So with 1 quarter to go, King must make up 3 touchdowns against a defense that shut out Northeast, Frankfort, Lincoln, and Central in succession, as well as Ryan. Snow-covered game, Thanksgiving Day. King will go with their setbacks, Williams and Harris. Major out over the ball. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Coming straight through there. Kerry Dillon on the hit. A loss of about 7 on the play. King now facing a 2nd and about 17. Major on the sweep, going nowhere. Whittle, McGettigan, in on the tackle. Also Lou Rawls. Almost looked like either a quick snap or a broken play. At any rate, it'll be 3rd down and about 17 to go. King in a must situation on this play. They've got to get the first down. 10:20 to go in the ball game. 21-0 Washington out in front. Flanked deep way to the left is Doug Lloyd. And we will throw. Tully almost brings him down. And then Kerry Dillon with the sack, his 2nd on 3 plays. And it'll bring up 4th down for King. Shannon Major didn't have a chance on that one. King ball at their own 20-yard line. 9:45 remaining to play in the game. And Frazier back to punt. Barnhart deep for Washington. The Eagles are coming hard. He'll not get it away. Ray McGettigan on the ball. And Washington will have 1st and goal to go. Well, 10 to go, just outside the 10-yard line. 4 Eagles came firing through the King line, and Ray McGettigan jumped on the ball. Washington could actually get a first down, barely, but it's 1st and 10 on about just outside the 10. Savage to the second man through, doesn't get the ball. Fritz, the handoff to Fritz misconnected, and King recovers. On the ball, again, number 66, Corey Frazier. So the handoff to the second man through, just misfired, the ball was dropped, and King will take over at their own 17. And Jimmy Harris will run wide right. Out of bounds after a pickup of a few. Michael Fritz turned to play wide to the right. Ball about the 18.5-yard line. Counter play off to the left. Carrying the ball that time was Williams, Maurice Williams. Doug Tully was in on the tackle for Washington. 3rd and a long 2 to go for King, out on their 24-yard line. That'll be a first, perhaps a first down for King. Close to it. Jimmy Harris carrying the ball for the first down. Dillon tackled him and it'll be first down King out at their own 27-yard line. 7:27 remaining in the ball game. Hand off to Harris. Ball almost fumbled in the backfield. Second man through. Same play Washington fumbled a moment ago. Terrell Jones in on the tackle. No gain. Major back to throw. Lou Rawls has him. Way back at about the 15-yard line. Big loss of about 10, maybe 12. Ball will be spotted at the 16-yard line. 3rd and about 21. Clock counting down to 6:12 to go in the Public League title game. Harris goes to the deep set. Major running the ball. Major is stopped way short of the first down. Dennis Rivers on a tackle, assisted by Bray Barnhard, and we'll have a 4th down situation coming up for King. Let's see if they punt. They'll go for it. No sense punting now. Got to make the first down. 4th down and about 16 to go. Look for Major to go to the air. Flank wide to the right, Doug Lloyd for the Cougars. Harris the deep set back, Williams the up back. He'll throw. Pat Whittle forces him outside, and he's run out of bounds. Almost brought down by Terry Dillon. And Washington will take over. Washington has a first down The ball at the 28-yard line of King. Give to the first back through. Not much doing. Tackled by a whole host of King Cougars, led by number 83, Corey Jackson. Gain of maybe a yard. Down to 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. It was Michael Fritz on the last carry. He stays in the game. Give to Fritz again around the right side. Nowhere to go. Good hit applied in there for King by number 2, David Hughes. Helped out on the play by Wallace Mitchell. So Fritz will lose about 2 yards. And Washington will have 3rd and 11. King defense is down at this point, but sure not quitting. Hitting hard. Ball to 29. Give to Terrell Jones off the left side. The junior, who scored 2 touchdowns in the game already, is brought down by James Williams, and it'll be a 4th down for Washington, but only about 2 to go now. Ball to 20. Washington just keeping the ball on the ground, eating up the clock. 3:13, 3:12. Malik Pettis comes in to join Jones in the backfield. 4th and 2 for Washington. It'll be Jones for the first down and more. Grab down at about the 11-yard line. Terrell Jones running wide left successfully again.
Congratulations.
Ball to 12-yard line. Savage gives to Fritz. Nowhere to go. He'll lose a couple. A host of King tacklers in on the play. Loss of 2 back to about the 15-yard line. And that should do it up until the 2-minute warning. Washington will let the clock run down, and there'll be 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Second down and 13. Give off the left side. Malik Pettis shakes off a couple tacklers and goes inside the 10. Clock will run at about just inside the 10-yard line. Jermaine Robinson on the tackle. 3rd down, Washington. 1:40 and counting for their first ever public league football championship. King defense has played a tough, hard ball game. Haven't been able to move the ball too well, though, against the Washington Eagles defense. Terrell Jones out of the game. Has had a big day for Washington. The give to Dennis Rivers off the right side, and he is in for the touchdown. 10-yard run. Another junior, Dennis Rivers, in for the touchdown. And Washington goes ahead 27-0 with 1:07 remaining in the ball game. And Mark Truman will be in to kick the extra point. Truman's kick is up, and it is good. Score, Washington 28, Martin Luther King nothing. toss deep for King. Picked up by Williams, and I think they said his knee touchdown. It did. And King will have the ball at about their own 28-yard line. 1:04 to go. Washington has had a superb game, both offensively and defensively, but give King a lot of credit. They fought hard the whole way. Still giving it 100%. Harris remains in the game with Williams. Shannon Major at quarterback. The give is to Harris around the right side. And he goes for about 7 yards. The crowd going wild, not because of the Washington play on that one, but because Coach Cohen and the other members of the coaching staff have been dunked by the players with the water bucket. The Eagles only 23 seconds away from their first ever championship. And it might be a little chilly down there, but I'm sure that Ron Cohen doesn't mind the ice on his head at all at this moment. Meantime, the play lost a couple of yards, and King has the ball at their own 31. 3rd and 5, 23 seconds to go in the ball game. Harris on the keeper around the right side. And he is brought down after the first down, driven out of bounds. Nope. Referee says the clock is running. Now he stops it to set them at the sticks. Down to 11 seconds to go, and King will call timeout. Pay special thanks this afternoon to our producer, director, and cameraman, Mr. Tom Haverluck, and to my spotter, Scott Catilius. 11 seconds to go in the ball game. Shannon Major going the whole way, offense and almost always on defense. Back to throw, being rushed and sacked by number 88, Dave Sinclair. 3 seconds. The clock is stopped. So Washington's celebrating, but there's 3 seconds to go. And the team is celebrating, but I don't know if they know that it's not over. Now the officials are telling them, making them come on for 3 seconds. Meanwhile, if we do get the last play off, it'll be 2nd down and about 18 for King, who has called their 3rd and final timeout. They'll put it up one last time in an effort to try to break the shutout. Meanwhile, Washington in a prevent defense, to say the least. This will be the last play of the Public League title game, and Jimmy Harris will be flanked wide to the left. Looks as though he'll try to get the ball to him to score on the game's last play. Major throwing deep and over everybody's head. And that's it. Final score. The 1989 Public League football champions, Washington High School, 28. The Martin Luther King Cougars, 0.
Hang on to Max now.
So congratulations to head coach Ron Cohen and to his fine staff, Moxie Bilkins, Al Oriold, Howard Levy, John McEnany, Joe O'Hara, Ken Sturm. Washington High winning its first ever public league title. Last year a loser in the title game to Central High. This year coming back to win it. Martin Luther King in their first public league football championship game did themselves proud. Played a hard, tough game all the way. Once again, the final score 28-0, Washington High School, 1989 Public League football champions.
Frankfurt High principal too.